Hey guys, welcome to this special episode of The Passionate Few. It's your host, Omar here, and today you're in for a treat because we're oceanfront here in Laguna Beach as we give you an unbelievable tour of a modern luxury estate known as 33 Smithcliffs in Laguna Beach, California. This property is offered for just under $50 million, and if you watch this video to the very end, I promise you, you've never seen a house tour video quite like this because we're going to show you the property, all the amenities, and all of the mindset that it takes to achieve owning a property like this. So with no further ado, sit back, relax, and get inspired because this luxury estate will blow you away in this house tour today. Let's dive right in.
Omar, welcome to 33
Hey,
Smithcliffs.
what's going on, guys?
Come on in.
Awesome, this place is beautiful.
We thought you'd like this one.
Yeah, I seen the photos, but I was blown away. So this is the famous 33 Smithcliffs.
It is.
And what can you tell us about this property before we get into the tour?
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about it real quickly. It's 6 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, over 10,000 square feet of living space, over half an acre flat lot, and can be yours today for $48,850,000.
Wow, this property is unbelievable. And I love that right when you come in, it opens up to this huge ocean view.
Yeah, we're calling it a legacy estate just because it's irreplaceable. We'll kind of get into that in a little bit. And Michael always loves talking about his favorite part about the house.
I do. I mean, you can't understand the scale of a 20-foot motorized pocketing door until you stand here. And they're imported from Europe. They were custom made for the property.
And Omar, one thing I want you to kind of pay attention to is these are actual seashells fossilized in this Texas limestone. A lot of the house is wrapped in that, or beautiful smooth stucco, or the cedar that's in all the eaves along with the metal roof. It kind of gives it that warm modern look that the architect Carlton Graham was going for. If you look on the ground, you'll see there's no drains anywhere. We're actually standing on a total custom riser system that all the drains are actually the grout lines.
It's one big drain.
Yeah. If you come over here and take a look at the pool, you've got these floating steps, and it is usually rare to find a backyard this big on a bluff top. When we say bluff top, we're basically saying oceanfront but elevated.
Yeah, in Laguna Beach.
Yeah, in Laguna Beach, right? Maybe some of your viewers are used to seeing those big homes in Malibu, but in Laguna, land is scarce. Homes this big are almost impossible to find, especially new construction. And to have this much yard space, you really can't find something else like it that's on the water. So part of the house that I think is exceptional and really only get from new construction or newly built homes is this weaving between the indoor and outdoor spaces. All the Fleetwood glass pocketing doors just kind of create the outside feeling going in. And now, Omar, we're in the, what would be called formal living room, but we're calling it the entertainment room. It's got some really beautiful, subtle things that the designer brought in, such as this beautiful Venetian plaster. And it's a nice juxtaposition from the polished finish on the Calicut neolith.
All right, so the entertainment space flows seamlessly into the library or office. One of the things I want to make sure that you take a look at, though, is all the custom millwork throughout the whole property. But we can look at it here with the solid wood doors, beautiful cabinetry. But that's really not, the view is what we're going to be looking at. If you can imagine being here on the phone, working away, but distracted by the Pacific Ocean.
And one other thing that I absolutely love about the house is this floating staircase. It's got the wood treads with the structural steel around it and glass. It's beautiful, and it's kind of wrapped in this glass that's supposed to let light in but create privacy so the people outside can't see in. So everybody loves a good wine cellar. This one's got these steel beams and this glass that's encased on both sides. It's temperature controlled, of course, which you expect, but something that the architect did and the interior designer that I thought was really smart and intelligent was they brought in this beautiful dining room, and they brought the view all the way through the wine cellar so that when you're dining, you've got that Pacific Ocean right there glaring at you.
And now we're in the kitchen. Actually, one of my favorite rooms in any home, especially this one. You have an oversized island with beautiful natural stone. You have a full Miele appliance package, coffee, micro, a Sub-Zero oversized freezer.
I love this.
It's the Big Daddy version.
Yeah, yeah. Everything's obviously all brand new. and it opens up. It's an open concept into the family room.
Yeah, Omar, one thing that is, again, another little architectural design where the designer and the architect fell in love with this idea was just this floating ethanol burning fireplace, and they decided to find some tough to get green Calcutta book match stone. TV's kind of just floating on the wall, but you know, if I lived here, I wouldn't be looking at the TV. This is what I'd be looking at, that $50 million view.
And Paul, I have to ask you, what motivates a buyer to want a property that's, 10,000 plus square feet? They could live anywhere, and yet certain people are so particular about it. So what really causes and motivates a buyer to, get a home like this in particular?
It's a great question, right? Really what separates a house, a home from like an estate, I see as privacy. The owners of this property, they've got their primary suite, they've got a dedicated courtyard. So when other people are living in the home, everyone has their own space. No one feels like they're on top of each other ever. They come back to the common spaces, connect, enjoy, live, and just enjoy all the benefits of the house. But when they want to get away, they're not on top of each other. And that's what happens. I'll show you more about what I mean in the primary suite, because it kind of feels like its own little hotel space away from the property. Come on into the primary suite, Omar. It's a little bit of an active view you've got. You've got a boat cruising along there, creating some beautiful whitewash. The primary suite, which we're in right now, is on the main floor. It's super rare to have a primary suite or the main residence suite on the first floor. Because the lot is so large and it's so wide, you're able to put this size of a room with the split closets and the massive bathroom on the main floor. So for the owner, it really lives like a one-story. In a lot of the homes, even if you look out and you look on the bluffs, they're very thin, long, narrow lots because they're not that large. They're 5, 6, 7,000 square feet. This lot's 24,000 square feet flat. And what you're able to do is put an estate-style property where if you want to have a primary suite on the first floor or have, like, for example, all this square footage is on 2 floors. We say on grade level in our business, but that's realtor speak. It actually just means it's only on 2 floors with no basement. So not only does all the square footage you don't have to go down to a basement to enjoy it or to get it in, because the lot's so big, the architect and the builder were able to get this primary suite on the main level. And really what that does is for the owner, it lives like a one-story.
I love it. And how many of the bedrooms actually face the ocean? I know you mentioned it.
Yeah, so 6 total bedrooms, 4 of them have the ocean view. All right, Omar, so you're basically looking at what would be a foyer between the 2 water closets. You got 2 closets and you've got this beautiful bathroom. It's beautifully decked out. I love the contrast of the darker wood cabinets. Everyone's just going white cabinetry. This one's got this beautiful dark wood. It's got cabinetry and shelving for all your personal items. And then I know my wife would love to throw her purses up here to kind of showcase them with this lighting that's done with the custom cabinetry. And you've got this blingy, I would say blingy, beautiful chandelier there. Kind of almost mimics the Chanel logo.
And there's 2 of these, huh?
There's this one, and then I would get half of the other one. All right, Omar, so this is closet number 2. This is the closet that my wife would give me half of.
There's your quarter over there.
Yeah, exactly. Not as many paneled mirrors, a little bit more shoe structure there. And I don't know if you feel something.
Yeah, this floor is unbelievable. I noticed it's super soft. Is this like a special type of material?
Yeah, it was a special ordered carpet that came in, wool, and actually probably cost, I think, more than the wood flooring in the house per square foot.
Into the primary bathroom. I love the clean, modern aesthetic in here. You have custom floating cabinetry, the stone countertops with a incorporated sink. You have obviously dual vanities, beautiful mirrors. And the shower is actually one of my favorite features of the property because, private, the view is just incredible. It is a steam shower, has multiple heads. I mean, this is true elegance.
Yeah, Omar, this is a classic for the interior designer, Michael Fullen. Him, along with the architect, Carlton Graham and Hill Construction, they really knocked it out of the park with this particular project. But this look is classic Michael Fullen, along with the shower that just kind of looks out and captures that view. I wouldn't mind waking up to this every day.
How long did it take to build this property from scratch when they redid it? Do you know?
It was a 4-year project for the owners.
Wow.
Yeah.
4 years.
And for those of you who don't know, the viewers obviously, dealing with the city of Laguna Beach, the design review it's not a hill to climb, it's Mount Everest. So, they like to keep things authentic in the city. There's a lot of rules to follow. Funny cliff note on this particular property, if you tore it down today, you wouldn't be able to rebuild it again. The city's got a maximum size limitation, which we surpassed. Things that we'll go up and show you, don't want to blow any spoiler alerts, but the roof deck, you wouldn't be able to get permitted again today as of now. So it's just got so many things that are incorporated. That's the way we call it, kind of that legacy estate. You're going to want to pass this down from generation to generation.
I love it, and I can't wait to check out that roof deck. Can we go take a look at it?
Let's go right now. This is the media room / bar. It's got so many cool things about it. I love the shape of it. I love the way the architect designed these windows, these Bank of Fleetwood windows, to kind of expose the lights at night and the hillside there in Laguna Beach. You've got some beautiful stone that's got a leathered finish on it. You got to touch that on the way out. It's got a tactile feel like I don't think you felt before. There's some hidden things, just when I mean hidden, just not plain to the naked eye. This TV has 5 speakers and subs behind it. This is double cloth. If you touch this, it's made to look like the wall. It's so you don't see the exposed looking speaker cover. You'll see when we go out, same drain system is down, meaning there's no drains. It's all through the grout.
Yeah.
And then take a look at how dramatic the views are up here.
It's unbelievable, this view.
Not bad, huh?
Not at all. Is this a super desired area of Laguna Beach? Is this more north, south?
Great question. It's actually North Laguna. The reason why people like North Laguna more is that Laguna Beach is one of the most desirable beach cities in all of Orange County, if not the most desirable. It has the most restaurants, the most galleries, the most number of public beaches. So, and I know you've been through it before, it gets jammed up with traffic. When you're in North Laguna, you can get in and out very easily. Yeah. You're adjacent to Crystal Cove. You're still just 15 minutes away from the airport or Fashion Island, other beaches if you want, and you're walkable to Crescent Beach right around the corner. But this is the most desirable, probably the most expensive real estate in all of Orange County, right here in North Laguna Beach between the 3 gated communities.
And there's only 20 properties in this gated community.
The whole gated community is 20 properties, 6 double lots. Out of the 6 double lots, there are 4 that have ocean views. So Omar, as I mentioned, this being my favorite room, it's because you've got the bar in it, you've got arguably the best view, you've got access to the roof deck, and you've got this cool almost mini kitchen back here. If you see, you've got all the amenities that you need to make a real serious cocktail. Ice maker, you don't need to go downstairs, you've got another Miele dishwasher. When you need to keep the beverages cool, you've got your mini fridge there. This is perfect for ripping out the Don Julio, making that drink, watching that McGregor fight, and just enjoying this kind of flex space and just getting these jaw-dropping views.
The types of people that live here, for the entrepreneurs or entrepreneurially minded people who are watching this, what are common denominators about the mindset you notice about people who can afford homes like these? In terms of not just obviously their success, but what are common denominators of their behavior, decision-making, overall personal standards that you could maybe share with the audience for some inspiration?
That's not a question that I usually get, but I'm glad to share it because it is interesting. I know when I watch your videos, I'm always learning about the different types of people, the profiles, their mentality. I would say that mainly what we're getting is C-level people, they're basically leading their industry in some way, shape, or form. They're entrepreneurs for the most part. Even if you get someone that had a job, they've done something within that space where they've taken a company public, or they've essentially done something on an extraordinary level, and their behavior patterns are all very similar. Usually you get that A-type individual, clean, organized, well thought out. They love planning. They hate surprises. Everything's got to be perfect. When you come here and the furniture, everything is tailored perfectly for the property. You could literally buy this house with the art, with the furniture, with the Don Julio, everything. It's because they want to predict what's going to happen next. And that's the kind of personality. I mean, it doesn't matter if their net worth is 200 million or 2 billion, you're going to see that kind of pattern repeat in a lot of this type of clientele.
What have you learned personally from dealing with the types of inspiring individuals that you work with on a day-to-day basis? How have you elevated, or what have you learned to raise your standard from being around all the clients you serve?
For me, it's been striving for perfection. You know that perfect isn't attainable, but if you strive for that and you fall short, you're always going to exceed your own expectations. So that's one thing that I've learned from a lot of my clients. The other thing I would say is that they are super disciplined. So when they do anything, they do it to the best of their ability, right? If they play a sport, if they spend time with their family, they just have such an incredible way to get the most out of every second and minute when they're living their life. So Omar, you've got this beautiful catwalk this frameless glass to give that kind of floating feeling. You've got that glass wall from Germany, that glass panel system that still, you can see it lets in light. And then other cool, interesting things they did was bring in this louvered wall, again, to still let in light, but create privacy. And then check this out. What do you think?
Trump card.
The Trump card, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if we're even allowed to say that anymore, but anyways, you know, the point is that you want that wow factor to hit someone on the face without you saying a word.
All right, guys, so we just wrapped up this incredible oceanfront property tour of 33 Smithcliffs with none other than Paul and Michael. And now before we wrap up, I just want to show you the backyard so you can get a full scoop of this beautiful spot. Of course, you have the heated pool right here with these floating stairs, this beautiful accentuated fireplace right here as you come outside. And my favorite part about this property, aside from the whole layout of it, is the fact that you have these glass windows that open up. So you have your primary suite as well as the family/living room, because you got multiple of them opening up right here. So you have this beautiful mixed open indoor-outdoor space, and of course this breathtaking backyard, not to mention the incredible oceanfront view. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, stay tuned and make sure to smash that subscribe button right now. Like, thumbs up, and share any questions you guys have in the comments below. We look forward to serving you soon. And if you're a business person or a real estate professional and you're looking to grow your brand or business and you want to learn how to create videos just like this, maybe come to one of our retreats or check out any of the programs we have to help you build your brand and share your incredible offers and services to the world to help grow your business and get more customers and leads online. You can check out the links in the description below, fill out the questionnaire there, or check out a retreat soon. But until next time, live strong, live with passion, and I hope this video inspires you guys to take your life to the next level, one inspiring day at a time. Cheers, and I'll see you guys in the next video.